production and about 52, 53 shows, depending on how you count them. Please make sure and turn off anything that beeps, buzzes, cell phones. Make sure those are silenced. Bathrooms are directly behind you. Exits over the wings. If you're tired of chasing us around to every little venue that we can find, put a couple dollars in the jar over there. Hey, we might be in a building soon. Thank you for coming out. This started off as a workshop to help educate some of our actors and some of the local community about Shakespeare and why he's been around for so long. That was 4 or 5 weeks ago, so it's been a real quick production, but we wanted to let our actors show what they learned in the class. So that's what we're here for. I hope you enjoy the show.
Tragedies, comedies, histories. Shakespeare's done it all. And tonight we are here to offer our best appetizing platter of Shakespeare's works. Just think, instead of a Sunday afternoon at somewhere else where you might get mini tacos or wings, you will get here evil witches, mischievous fairies, clever young ladies, and foolish kings. And I am here to guide you on your journeys of these and thous and help you interpret what is happening. We are so happy to have you here tonight. We thank you very much. Our first show will be The Merchant of Venice. It's a show that asks the question, what is justice? And what is the point in which justice turns into revenge? Our story starts out with Shylock. Now, Shylock has a frenemy, if you will, named Antonio. And Antonio has been rather cruel to Shylock in many ways. But now Antonio comes to him asking to borrow money. And Shylock, he sees this as his opportunity for a little bit of vengeance. As you see, we start out in the front office of his counting room.
Well, Shylock, shall we be beholden to you?
Signor Antonio, many a time and oft you have berated me in the Rialto about my monies and advances, and yet I accept it with a patient shrug, for sufferance is the badge of all of our tribe. You call me misbeliever, cutthroat dog, and you spat upon my Jewish gabardine, and all for use of that which is mine own. Well now, it appears you need my help. You, that void your room upon my beard, that foot me as you spurn a stranger cur over your threshold. Money is your sweet. So what should I say to you? Should I say, hath a dog money? Is it possible a cur should lend 3,000 ducats? Or should I bend low in a bondman's key, and with bated breath and whispering humbleness, say this, fair sir, you spit on me Wednesday last. You spurned me such a day. Another day you called me a dog. And for these courtesies, I will lend you thus such monies.
I am likely to do so again, to spit on thee again, to spurn thee too. But if you lend this money, lend it not as to thy friend, but as to thine enemy, whom if he break, you may have better face to exact the penalties.
Why, look you how you storm. I offer you friendship, and you would not hear me. I come in love. I would forget the shames that you have stained me with. Supply your present wants, and have no doubt of the advance on my minds. And you will not hear me. This kindness I offer.
Ah, this were kindness.
This kindness will I show. Come with me to a notary. Seal me there your single bond. And if you cannot pay me on such a day, in such a place, such sum or sums that have been agreed upon in the condition, let the forfeit be nominated for an equal pound of your fair flesh, to be cut off from your body in a part that pleaseth me.
In this there can be no dismay. My ships come home a month from the day.
In spite of Antonio's confidence, there arose a great storm, and all his ships lost, and with it his only way to pay back Shylock.
Why am I sure to be forfeit? Thou not take his flesh. What that good for?
To bait fish withal, if it will feed nothing else, it will feed my revenge. He hath disgraced me and hindered me $500,000, laughed at my losses, mocked at my gains, scorned my nation, thwarted my bargains, cooled my friends, heated mine enemies. And what is his reason? Because I am a Jew. Hath a Jew not eyes? Hath a Jew not hands, organs, senses, dimensions, affections, passions? Fed with the same food, hurt by the same weapons, subject to the same diseases, healed by the same means, warmed and cooled by the same winter and summer as a Christian is? If you prick us, do we not bleed? If you tickle us, do we not laugh? If you poison us, do we not die? And if you wrong us, will we not revenge? If we are like you in the rest, we will resemble you in that. If a Jew wrong a Christian, what is his humility? Revenge. If a Christian wrong a Jew, what should his sufferance be by Christian example? Why, revenge. The villainy you teach me, I will execute, and it shall go hard, but I will better the instruction.
Tragedies, comedies, histories, Shakespeare does it all. These stories have lasted hundreds of years, and we are here to give you our best appetizing platter of Shakespeare. So just think, instead of fried pickles or mozzarella sticks, wings, you will get mischievous fairies, foolish kings, clever young ladies. I am here tonight as your guide, to guide you through all of these these and thous. Our first story, The Merchant of Venice, asks the question, what is justice? And at what point does justice turn into revenge? Our story has Shylock, a moneylender. Now Shylock, he has been wronged by a man named Antonio. Antonio now needs to borrow money from Shylock. Shylock sees this as his opportunity to extract his vengeance. As you see, we start in the front office of Shylock's counting house.
Well, Shylock, are we beholden to you?
Signor Antonio, many a time and oft in the Rialto you have berated me about my monies and advances, and yet I accept it with a patient shrug, for sufferance is the badge of all our tribe. You call me misbeliever, cutthroat dog, and you spat on my Jewish gathering, and all for that which abuse of mine own. Well now, it looks like you need my help. Go to them. You come to me, and you say, Shylock, we would have monies. So you say, you, that void your room upon my beard, that foot me like you spurn a stranger cur over your threshold. Money is your sweet. So what should I say to you? Should I say, hath the dog money? Is it possible a cur should be able to lend 3,000 ducats? Or should I bend low, and in a bondman's key say this? bated breath and whispering humblings. Fair sir, you spit on me Wednesday last. You spurned me such a day. Another day you called me a dog. And for this courtesy, I will lend you such monies.
I'm likely to do so again, to spit on thee again, to spurn thee too. If you lend this money, lend it not as to a friend, but as to thine enemy, whom if he breaks, you may with better face exact the punishment.
This is friendship I offer. I would have your love. Forget the shame that you have stained me. Supply all your present wants, and take no doubt of advance on my wants. And you will not hear me. This kindness I offer.
This were kindness.
This kindness will I show. Go with me to a notary. Seal with me there your single bond. And if you will pay me not on such day, in such a place, such sum or sums as agreed upon in the condition, then let the forfeit be nominated for an equal pound of your fair flesh, to be cut off your body in a part that pleaseth me.
In this there can be no dismay. My ships return a month from today.
In spite of Antonio's confidence, there arose a great storm, and all his ships lost. And with it, his only way to pay back Shiloh.
Why am I sure he forfeit? Thou not take his flesh. What that good for?
To bait fish withal, if it will feed nothing else, it will feed my revenge. He hath disgraced me and hindered me $500,000. Mocked at my losses, laughed at my gains, scorned my nation, thwarted my bargains, cooled my friends, heated mine enemies. And what is his reason? Because I am a Jew. Hath a Jew not eyes? Hath a Jew not hands, organs, dimensions, senses, affections, passions? Fed with the same food, hurt with the same weapons, subject to the same diseases, healed by the same means, warmed and cooled by the same winter and summer that a Christian is? If you prick us, do we not bleed? If you poison us, do we not die? If you tickle us, do we not laugh? And if you harm us, will we not revenge? If we are like you in the rest, we will resemble you in that. If a Jew harm a Christian, what is his humility? Revenge. If a Christian harm a Jew, what should his sufferance be by good Christian example? Why, revenge. The villainy you teach me, I will execute. And it shall go hard, but I will better the instruction.
We meet back up with the dynamic duo as they meet in court. You know, I've always wondered why a moneylender wanted a pound of flesh. It's not like he's a doctor.
Is Antonio here?
Really, if it please your grace.
I am sorry for thee. Thou art come to answer a stony adversary, an inhuman wretch, incapable of pity, void and empty from any dream of mercy. Go run and call the Jew in
He's ready at the door. He comes, my lord.
I possess, your grace, of what I purpose, and by our holy Sabbath I have sworn to have the due and forfeit of my bond. If you deny it, let the danger light upon your charter and your city's freedom. You will ask me why I choose to accept a weight of carrion flesh rather than to have 3,000 ducats. I will not answer that. But say it is my humor. Is it answered? Say that my home be troubled by a rat, and that I be pleased to pay 10,000 ducats to have it bane. What? Are you answered yet? Some men there are love not a gaping pig, some that go mad when they behold a cat, and others, when the bagpipe sings in the nose, cannot contain their urine. For affection masters off passion, sways it to what it likes or loathes. And now for your answer. As there is no firm reason why he cannot abide a gaping pig, why he a harmless necessary cat, or he a woolen bagpipe, but of force must yield to such inevitable shame as to offend, himself being offended. So too can I give no reason, nor I will not, except for a lodged hate and a certain loathing I bear Antonio, that I seek this losing suit against him. Are you answered?
This is no answer, thou unfailing man, for the current of thy cruelty.
I am not bound to please thee with my answers.
Doth every man kill the things they do not love?
Hates every man the thing he would not kill?
Every offense is not a hate at first.
What? Wouldst thou have a serpent sting thee twice?
I pray thee, think you answer with the Jew? You had better go stand on the shore and bid the flood bait its usual height. You may as well use question with the wolf as to why he made the ewe bleat for the lamb. You may as well forbid the mountain pines to sway their lofty heights, or make no noise when buffeted by the winds of heaven. You may as well do that which is most hard than to try to seek to soften that which is harder, his Jewish heart. Therefore, I beseech thee, let me have my judgment, and the Jew his will.
For thy 3,000 ducats, here is 6.
If each ducat in 6,000 ducats were in 6 parts, and each part a ducat, I would not draw them. I would have my bond.
How shalt thou hope for mercy, rendering none?
What judgment shall I dread, having done no wrong? You have among you many a purchased slave, and like your dogs and your donkeys and your mules, you use them in abject and in slavish parts, because you bought them. What if I were to say, let them be free, marry them to your heirs? Why sweat they under burdens, make their beds as soft as yours, and season their palates with such viands? You would answer, but the slaves are ours. And so do I answer you. This pound of flesh that I demand of him has been dearly bought. 'Tis mine, and I will have it. If you deny me, fie upon your laws. There is no force in the decrees of Venice. I seek judgment. Answer, shall I have it?
Pause. It has occurred to me that I have left out a little bit of the backstory for this story. You see, Antonio needed the money for his young friend Bassanio. Antonio needed the money for his friend Bassanio. Bassanio needed the money to court a young lady named Portia. Well, he was successful. And when Portia heard of the trouble that they had gotten into on her expense, she hatched a plan. She decided she would dress up as the judge in order to help things along. In Shakespeare's time, if a woman wanted to solve a problem, she usually had to dress up like a man.
Take your place. Are you acquainted with the information between these two?
I am informed thoroughly of the cause. Which is the merchant here, and which the Jew?
Antonio and Shylock, please stand up.
Is your name Shylock?
Shylock is my name.
Of a strange nature is the suit you follow. Yet in such rule as Venetian law cannot impugn you as you do proceed. You stand within his danger, do you not?
So he says.
Do you confess the bond?
I do.
Then must the Jew be merciful.
On what compulsion must I? Tell me that.
The quality of mercy is not strained. It droppeth as the gentle rain from heaven to the place beneath. It is twice blessed. It blesseth him that gives, and him that takes. Therefore, Jew, though justice be thy plea, consider this, that in the course of justice, none of us should see salvation.
My deeds upon my head, I seek justice, the due and forfeit of my bond.
Is he not able to discharge the money?
He is not.
I pray thee, let me look upon the bond.
Here it is, O Reverend Doctor, here it is. 'Tis true, O wise and upright judge, how much more elder art thou than thy looks?
It is so. Are there balance here to weigh the flesh?
I have them ready.
A pound of that same merchant's flesh is thine. The court awards it, and the law doth give it.
A Daniel, ye a Daniel, O upright judge.
And you must remove the flesh from off his breast. The law allows it, and the court awards it.
A sentence, a wise and upright judge. Come, prepare.
Tarry a little, there is something else. This bond doth give thee here no jot of blood. The words expressly are, a pound of flesh. Take then thy bond, take thy pound of flesh. But in so doing, if thou dost shed one drop of Christian blood, all thy lands and goods are confiscate unto the state of Venice.
An upright judge, mock Jew, a learned judge.
Is that the law?
Thyself shalt see the act, for as thou urgest justice, thou shalt have it more than thou desirest.
An upright judge, a learned judge, mock Jew.
I will take this off. Pay the bond price and let the Christian go.
Here is the money.
Soft, no haste. The Jew shall have all justice. Hey!
Mock Jew, an upright judge, a learned judge.
Therefore, prepare thee to cut off the flesh. Shed thou no blood, nor take thou less nor more than one just pound of flesh. If thou takest more than a pound of flesh, be it ever so much as maketh it light or heavy in the substance or division of the 20th part of a scruple. Nay, if the scale do turn by an estimation of a hair, thou diest, and all thy goods are confiscated.
A second Daniel, a Daniel Jew. I thank you, Jew, for teaching me that word. Now, infidel, I have you on the hip.
Why doth the Jew pause? Take thy forfeiture.
Let me have my principal and let me go.
I have it for thee. Here it is.
He hath refused it in the open court. He shall have nothing but justice and his bond.
A second Daniel, a Daniel say I. I thank you, Jew, for teaching me that word.
Can I have verily my principal?
Thou shalt have nothing but the forfeiture, to be so taken at thy peril, Jew.
Why, let the devil have it of him. I will stay no longer, question.
Tarry, Jew. The law hath yet another hold on you. It is enacted in the laws of Venice, if it be proved against an alien that by direct or indirect attempts he seek the life of any citizen, the party against the which he doth contrive shall seize one half his goods. What? The other half comes to the privy coffer of the state, and the offender's life lies in the mercy of the Duke only, against all other voice. In which predicament I say thou standest. For it appears by manifest proceeding that directly and indirectly too thou hast contrived against the very life of the defendant, and hast incurred the danger formerly by me rehearsed. Down therefore, and beg mercy of the Duke.
Beg that thou mayst have leave to hang thyself. You haven't left the value of a cord. Therefore thou wilt be hanged at the state's charge.
That thou shalt see the difference in our spirit. I pardon thee thy life before thou ask it. For half thy wealth, it is Antonio's. The other half comes to the general state, which humbleness may drive a fine.
We leave Shylock at the end of his story and start at the beginning of Macbeth. Now, it is safe to say that if Shylock only wanted a pound of flesh, Macbeth would not be happy with just the pound. He would have it all. Our story begins with the war heroes Banquo and Macbeth coming home from war. On the way, they pass through a mysterious forest where three very mysterious figures reside.
Where hast thou been, sister? Swine! Oh, it looks like a pound of flesh. Sister, where for some meatballs. Sister, where thou? A sailor's wife had chestnuts in her lap, and she munched and munched and munched. Give me, quoth I. Aroint thee, witch, the rump that run and cries. Her husband to Aleppo's gone, master of the tiger. But in a sieve I'll thither sail, and like a rat without a tail, I'll do, and I'll do.
Let me give you thy some wind.
Thou art kind, and I another. I myself have all the other, and the very ports they blow. All the quarters that they know in the shipman's card. I'll drain him dry as hay. Sleep shall neither night nor day rest upon his pent-out slid. He shall live, a man forbid. Weary 7 nights, 9 times 9 shall he dwindle, peak and pine. Though his bark cannot be lost, yet it shall be tempest-tossed. Look what I have.
Show. Let me see.
Here I have a pilot's thumb. That's homeward he did come. A drum. Is that thou come? The weird sister, hand in hand, posters of the sea and land, thus do go about,
How far is it to Duncan's castle? What are those? So foul in their attire. They look not like the inhabitants of earth, yet are on it. Live you, or are you aught, that man may question your existence? Speak, if you can.
Who are you?
All hail, Macbeth! Hail to thee, Thane of Glamis!
Ah, hail, Macbeth! Hail to thee, Thane of Cotter!
All hail, Macbeth to the king hereafter!
Good sir, why do you seem to start with fear? The things that sound so fair. Are you the name of truth? Are you fantastical? Or are you what you outwardly show? My noble partner you greet with noble havings and royal hope, but to me you speak not. Speak to me then, who neither beg nor fear your hate.
Hail!
Hail!
Hail! Lesser than Macbeth, but greater!
Not so happy, but yet like happier.
Thou shalt be king, but shall be none. So all hail Banquo and Macbeth! Hail to thee, Banquo and Macbeth!
Stay, you imperfect speakers! I know by my father's death I am to be Thane of Glamis, but how of Cardo? The Thane of Cardo lives, a prosperous gentleman, and to be king stands not within the prospect of belief. Why do you stop us round this hearth with such prophetic greetings? Say for once you own this strange intelligence. Speak, I charge you!
Spoiler, things don't go well from here. Macbeth, he goes on a bit of a power trip once he thinks he could be king. And by a bit, I mean he technically kills people in cold blood with the help of his equally corrupt and power-hungry wife. But it's fine, you know, it's all fine. In the end, they end up going mad and losing their lives. It's fine for us. You know what? Let's talk about another Shakespeare character. Another one who could say, I see dead people, if you will. Richard III, to be exact. Now, Shakespeare was so good at creating villains that the play version of Richard III is actually more memorable than the historical one. You see Richard IV here. Or sorry, no, Edward III. I'm getting my history mixed up. So, Richard, you know, he's most memorable for being a hunchback who walked with a bit of a limp and who locked up his princes, the nephews, into the Tower of London. Oh, I think I'm hearing the Machiavellian usurper now.
Now is the winter of our discontent turns glorious summer by this son of York. The clouds that lowered upon our house are in the deepest bosom of the oceans buried. Our heads have been bound up with victorious wreaths. Our bruised arms have been hung up as monuments. Our stern alarms have been changed to merry meetings. Our dreadful marches are now delightful measures. This grim-visaged face of war, he used to mount barbed steeds to fright the souls of fearful adversaries. Now he capers nimbly in a lady's chamber to the lascivious pleasing of a lute. But I that have not the shape for sporting tricks, nor made to court an amorous looking glass, I that am deformed, that am so wanton of love's majesty, should I strut before a wanton ambling nymph? Disfigured, sent into this world scarce half made up. I am curtailed of fair proportion, made by a dissembling nature, cheated. I am so lamely, unfashionable, so that dogs bark at me if I should halt beside them. I, in this piping time of peace, have no delights to pass away the time, unless to see my shadow in the sun, and to scant upon my own deformity. Thus, since I cannot prove a lover in these piping times of peace, I shall prove a villain, and hate the idle pleasures of these days. Plots I have laid, inductions dangerous, whether by drunken prophecies, or libels, or even dreams. I have set my brother Clarence and the king in deadly hate one against the other. If Edward be as just and true as I am treacherous and false, then this day Clarence will be closely mewed up in a prophecy that says that G of Edward's heirs, his murderer, shall be. Dive thoughts down to my soul.
To set the stage, the descendants of Edward III have been fighting over the crown. The Yorks versus the Lancasters. Or you may have heard of the War of the Roses, the white rose versus the red. This was finished by Edward IV taking his ascension to the crown. But due to his untimely death and Richard's stealing of the crown, the war continued. We are now at the night before the Battle of Bosworth the Hill, where Henry Tudor, the Earl of Richmond, House of Lancaster, and Richard are taking a well-deserved rest. Unfortunately, the ghosts of those that Richard has murdered have come to curse Richard and bless Henry. And Richard, he murdered a lot of people. His brother, his wife, his brother-in-law, his second-in-command, his nephews. You know what? You're going to see all of them as they come through.
We shall make our camp here, even in Bosworthsfield. Night watch, you may leave me. Ratcliffe, come to me in the dead of night and arm me for war. Everyone else may go. Go, leave me. Rest.
O thou, whose captain I account myself, look on my forces with a gracious eye. Put in their hands thy bruising irons of wrath, that they may crush down with a heavy fall the usurping helmets of our adversaries. Make us thy ministers of chastisement, that we may praise thee in the victory. To thee I commend my watchful soul. Ere I let fall the windows of mine eyes, sleeping and waking, oh, defend me still.
Let me rest heavy on thy soul tomorrow. Think of how thou stabbedst me in my prime of youth at Tewkesbury. Despair, therefore, and die! Be cheerful, Richmond, for the wronged souls of butchered princes fight on thy behalf.
When I was but mortal, thou punched me with dangerous holes. Think on me and the tower, despair and die. Virtuous and holy, be thou conqueror. Henry the Sixth that prophesied thee should be king, and he that doth promise thee that thou shouldst be king.
Brother, may I sit heavy on thy soul tomorrow, I, who was washed to death with fulsome wine. Poor Clarence, by thy guile betrayed to death. Remember me in battle tomorrow. Fall thy edgeless sword, despair and die. Thou offspring of the house of Lancaster, the wronged heirs of York, do pray for thee. Good angels, guard thee in battle. Prosper and live.
Let me rest heavy on my soul tomorrow. Rivers at Pontefract that have died, despair and die. Think about Gray and let thy soul despair. Think about Bond with guilty fear. Let fall thy lance, despair die. Awake and think of all thy wrongs in Richard's bosom. We'll conquer him. Awake and wound today.
Think about how thou wronged me, and trapped me in a tower. Let thy fall on thy sword, despair, and die. Away and win the day, sweet one.
Bloody and guilty, guiltily awake, and in thy bloody battle end thy days. Think on, Lord Hastings, despair and die. Oh, sweet untroubled soul, awake, awake, arm fight and conquer for fair England's sake.
Richard, thy wife, that wretched Anne, thy wife, that never slept a quiet hour with thee, now fills thy sleep with perturbations. Tomorrow in thy battle, think on me and fall thy edgeless sword. Despair and die. Thou quiet soul, sleep thou a quiet sleep. Dream of success and happy victory. Thy adversary's wife doth pray for thee.
The first was I that helped thee to the crown. The last was I that felt thy tyranny. Oh, in the battle think on Buckingham, and die in terror of thy guiltiness. Dream on of bloody deeds and death. Fainting despair, and yield thy breath. Oh, I die for hope, ere I could lend thee aid. But cheer thy heart, and be thou dismayed. God and good angels fight on Richmond's side, and Richard fall in the height of all his pride.
Bind my wounds, bring me a horse. Jason Soft. Oh, terrible conscience, why dost thou torment me? Oh, the lights are just blue. It is just midnight. Cold drops stand on my trembling flesh. What am I? I am Richard. What do I fear? Is there a murderer here? No. Yes, I am. But what, should I be scared of myself? Should I flee? Am I afraid that I will take vengeance upon myself? Oh, no. I love myself. No, I lie. I say that I am not a villain. I say that I should not say such foolish things. Oh, but I am a fool not to. I am a villain. I'm a villain for all the villainous things I have done. My conscience has several thousand tongues, and every tongue 1,000 tales. They cry, perjury in the highest degree, murder, foul murder in the direst degree. I can hear them now, all gathered before the bar, singing, guilty, guilty, guilty. No one loves Richard. If I should die today, no one would pity me. And why should they, when I do not pity myself? It's night in my sleep. all the ghosts of everyone that I've killed haunted me. There can be no doubt that tomorrow vengeance will be on my head. Tomorrow vengeance will be on the head of Richard.
And the rest is, as they say, history. Henry won and Richard was killed and Henry became king. Well, I don't know about you, but my Hebes have officially been GB'd. I think it's about time that we take a 15-minute intermission and call our therapist or go to the concession stand. I'm sure both will bring comfort. Welcome back to the Shakespeare Fun. It's time to add some levity to the stage with our production of A Midsummer Night's Dream. Ah, here they come now. Don't these gentlemen look handsome? Definitely not the type that would pick up your children and boil them in their witchy cauldrons. Except for this one, you should beware of him. I did see him canoodling with one of the witches backstage.
It's true, y'all, it's true.
These 5 actors and a director are workers by day and actors by night. They are getting ready to present a play for the Duke, the Duchess, and the court for a wedding celebration.
Is all our company here?
You'd best call them generally man to man, according to the script.
Well, I have the scrolls here with every man's name. I start fit through all Athens to play in our interlude before the Duke and the Duchess on his wedding day at night.
First, good Peter Quince, say what the play treats on, then name the actors, and so grow to a point.
Mary, it is the most lamentable comedy in cruel death of Pyramus and Thisbe.
Ah, a very good work indeed, and merry. Now, call forth the actors. Masters, spread yourselves.
Answer as I call you. Nick Bottom, the weaver.
Ready. Name what part I'm to play, and
You,
proceed.
Nick Bottom, are set down for Pyramus.
What is Pyramus? A lover or a tyrant?
Why, Pyramus is a lover that kills himself most gallantly for love.
That will take tears in the true performing of it. If I do it, let the audience look to their eyes. I will bring storms, and I will condole in some measure. Proceed. Yet, my chief humor is to play a tyrant. I can play Hercules rarely, a part to tear a cabin, make all rip. The raging rocks and shimmering shocks shall break the locks of prison gates. And Phyllis Carr shall shine from far and make and mar the foolish fates.
Down before you hurt yourself.
That was lofty. Now proceed. That was Hercules' vein, a tyrant's vein.
Agreeable.
A lover is more condoling.
Francis, flute, the bellows mender.
Here, bit of wind.
Flute, you must put Thisbe on you.
What is Thisbe, wandering night?
Why, it is the lady that Pyramus must love.
Nay, faith, let me not play a woman. I have a beard coming in.
Ah, well, that's all one. You shall do it in a mask, and you may speak as small as you will.
Oh, I may wear a mask. Let me play Thisbe too. I will speak in a monstrous little voice. Thisney. Oh, Pyramus, my lover dear, my Thisbe dear, the lady dear.
No. You must play Pyramus and flute, you Thisbe.
Very well, proceed.
Robin Stoveling the tailor,
Ear pair queens.
you will play Pyramus's mother. Tom Snout the tinker,
Ear pair queens.
you shall play Pyramus's father, and I Thisbe's father.
Okay.
Snug the joiner. Snug the joiner.
Now!
Snug the joiner. You the lion's part. And here I hope is a play well fit.
Is the lion's part written? Pray be, if it be, give it me, for I am slow of study.
Well, you may do it extempore, for it is nothing but roaring.
Let me play the lion too. I will roar. That will do any man's heart's good to hear me. I will roar so that the Duke will say, let him roar again. Let him roar again.
Ah, if you should do it too terribly, you would fright the Duchess and the ladies, and they would shriek.
That's true.
Therefore, you must play Pyramus.
That would hang us
Every mother's son.
I assure you, friends, that if we did fright the ladies out of their wits, they would have no choice but to hang us. But I will aggravate my voice so that I will roar you as gently as a cooing dove. I will roar you as if you were a nightingale. Roar!
No, you must play no part but Pyramus. For Pyramus is a sweet-faced man. A proper man one might see on a summer's day. A lovely gentleman-like man. Therefore you must needs play Pyramus.
Well, I'll undertake it. With what beard should I play it in?
Why, what you will.
Well, I will play it in either your straw-colored beard or your orange tawny beard or your purple and grain beard or your French colored beard, your perfect yellow.
Well, some of the French crown have no hair at all. Then you would have to do it barefaced. But masters, here are your pots. I request you, desire you, entreat you to con them by tomorrow night, and we will meet in the forest wood, a mile without the town, by moonlight, and there we will rehearse. For if we meet here in the city, we will be dogged by company, and our devices known. In the meanwhile, I will draw a bill of properties such as our play wants. I pray you, fail me not.
There we will meet, and we will rehearse most obscenely and courageously. Take pains. Be perfect. I do.
I do so we meet.
Enough. Hold or cut bowstrings.
Pause. Unpause. Well, before we join our actors in what I am sure is going to be an amazing rehearsal, I am here to introduce another part of the story that you are missing out on. The part of 4 young lovers. We have Hermia, Helena, Lysander, and Demetrius. Now, Hermia and Lysander are madly in love. But Hermia's father, the king, demands that she marry Demetrius. And Hermia is having none of that. Now, Hermia and Helena, on the other hand, are besties for the resties. But Helena, she's jealous of Hermia, because she is in love with Demetrius, who treats her like a dog that he would rather take back to the pound. Well, Hermia and Lysander decide the only thing to do is run away to the fairy-infested forest. But they are followed closely by Demetrius, who is then followed by Helena. Now you're caught up. Let's go catch back up with those 5 actors and see how they're doing.
Are we all met?
Ah, Pat, this is a marvelous convenient place for our rehearsal. Why, this green plot here will be our stage, and that hawthorn brake our tiring house. And we will do it in action, as we will do it before the Duke.
Peter Quince,
Ah, what sayest thou, Billy Bottom?
there are things in this comedy of Pyramus and Thisbe that just never pleased. First, Pyramus is to draw his sword to kill himself, which the ladies cannot abide. How do you answer that?
By her ladykin of perilous fear.
I believe we must leave the killing once it's all done.
Not a whit. I have a device I'll make all right. Write me a prologue, and let the prologue seem to say that we will not do any harm with our swords, and that Pyramus is not killed indeed. And for a more better assurance, tell them that I, Pyramus, am not Pyramus, but am Bottom the Weaver. That will put them out of fear.
Well, we will have such a prologue, and it shall be written in 8 and 6.
No, make it 2 more. Make it 8 and 8.
But will not the ladies be afraid of the lion?
I fear it. I promise you on that.
I assure you, masters, that to bring a, God shield us, lion in among the ladies is the most dreadful thing. For there's no more fearful wildfowl than the lion living, and we ought to look to this.
Therefore, another prologue must tell that he is not a lion.
Nay, he must simply name his name, and half his face must be seen through the neck of the lion. And from thence he should say, or something to the same defect, ladies, or fair ladies, we wish you, or we request you, or we require that you not be afraid, that you don't tremble. My life for yours. If you think I came as a lion, pity on my life. No, I am no such thing. I am a man, just as other men are. And then he should simply name his name and simply say that he is Snug the Joiner.
Well, it shall be so. But there are 2 hard things. That is, to bring moonlight into a chamber. For, as you know, Pyramus and Thisbe meet by moonlight.
Doth the moon shine the night we play our play?
A calendar! A calendar! Look in the almanac. Check out, find out moonshine. Find out moonshine.
It does shine at night.
Well, then we must leave the casement of the great chamber window open where we play that night. And the moon may shine in at the casement.
Aye. Or else, one could come in with a bush of thorns and a lantern, and say he comes in to disfigure or present the person of moonshine. Ah, there is one other thing. We must have a wall in the great chamber. For Pyramus and Thisbe, the story goes, speak through a chink in a wall.
Which say you, Bottom? You can never bring in a wall.
Well, some man or other must present a wall with some plaster or some loam or rough casting about them to signify wall. And he must hold his fingers like this. And through that cranny, Pyramus and Thisbe will whisper.
Well, if that is so, then all is well. Now sit down, every mother's son, and rehearse your parts. Pyramus, you begin, and then once you've spoken your speech, you go into the break, and then everyone according to their cues.
Yes, this is that fairy that I was warning you about. And this one in particular has a nasty habit of getting himself and others into messy situations.
What hempen homespuns have we swaggering here, so near the cradle of the fairy queen? What? A play tour? Oh, I'll an auditor be. An actor too, perhaps, if I see cause.
Pyramus, speak. Thisbe, stand forth.
Thisbe, the flowers odious savor sweet.
Odors, odors.
Odors savor sweet, as hath thy breath, my dearest Thisbe dear. But hark, a voice. Stay here a while, and by I will thee reappear.
A stranger Pyramus than ever I saw play here.
Must I speak now?
Yes, must you. And you have to remember that he comes but to hear and look to see a noise he has heard and is to come again.
Most radiant pyramid.
No. Higher, higher, higher.
Most radiant.
Higher. That's it. Do it that way.
Most radiant pyramid. Most lily white of hue. Color of the red rose on triumphant briar. He's most lovely Jew. As truest horse that yet would never tire. I'll meet thee at Ninny's tomb.
No, Ninnis' tomb, man. But that you must not speak yet. That you answer to Pyramus. And you must speak all of your part at once, cues and all. Pyramus, enter. Your cue is past. It is never tire.
Oh, it's truest horse that yet would never tire.
Whoa, hold up there.
If I were fair, Thisbe, I were only thine.
What in the world?
Oh, monstrous! Oh, strange! We are haunted! Pray masters, fly masters, help!
I'll follow you. I'll lead you about around. Through bog, through bush, through brake, through briar. Sometimes a horse I'll be. Sometimes a hound. A hog. And headless bear. Sometimes a fire. And neigh and bark and roar and grunt. My hog, horse, hare, fire at every turn.
Why did they all run away? What knavery to make me afeard?
Oh, bottom, thou art changed. What do I see differently?
What do you see? You see a donkey head of yourself, do you?
Bless thee, bottom, bless thee. Thou art translated.
The knavery of them. To make a donkey head of me, to frighten me if they can. But I'll stay right here. do what they may. I will walk up and down and sing, that they will hear and know I am not afraid. The ouzel crow so black of hue, with yellow tongue tangy bill. The throstle with his voice so true, the wren with little quill.
Pause! Okay, I'm just gonna pause and save us from that. Okay, so, thankfully, in the end, the lovers end up getting together with who they're supposed to, and the actors are all prepared for their event. And eventually, even Bottom stops being a donkey. On the outside.
Gentiles, perchance you wonder at this show, but wonder on till truth makes all things plain. This man is Pyramus, if you would know. This beauteous lady Thisbe is certain. This man with lime and rough cast doth present war, that vile war which did these lovers sunder. This man with lantern, dog, and bush of thorns presenteth moonshine, for if you will know, by moonshine did these lovers think no scorn. To mean in Innocent's tomb, there to woo, this grisly beast, which lion hight by name, the trusty Thisbe, come first at night, did scare away, or rather did affright, and as she fled, her mantle she did fall, which lined with bloody mouth did stain. Anon comes Pyramus, sweet youth and tall, and finds trusty Thisbe's mantle slain. Whereas with bloody blameful blade, he bravely broached his boiling bloody breast. And Thisbe tarrying in mulberry shade, and his dagger drew and died. For all the rest, let lying moonshine wall and lovers twain, and large discourse, while here they do remain.
I wonder if the lion do speak.
Little wonder that one lion may speak when donkeys do.
Would you desire live and hair to speak better?
It's my turn. In this same interlude, it doth befall that I one snout by name present wall. And such a wall as I would have you think, that had it in a cranny hole or chink, through which the lovers Pyramus and Thisbe did whisper often very secretly. This loom, this rough cast, this stone doth show that I am that same wall, the truth is so. And this the cranny is right and sinister, through which the fearful lovers are to whisper.
It appears so, my lord, is the wittiest partition I have ever heard speak.
Oh, here comes Pyramus. Silence!
Oh, grim look night! Oh, night so dark of hue! Oh, night that ever art when day is not! Oh, night! Oh, night! Allah! 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 I fear my Thisbe's promises forgot. Thou wall, oh lovely, sweet wall that stands between her father's ground and mine. Oh, wall, oh, sweet, oh, lovely wall, show me thy chink, through whom I may blink with mine eye. Thanks, courteous wall. Jove, protect thee well for this. What see I? No Thisbe do I see. Oh, wicked wall, through whom I see no bliss. Cursed be the stones for thus deceiving me.
The wall, methinks, being sensible, should curse again.
No, in truth, sir, he should not. Thus deceiving me is the cue for Thisbe to come on. I am to spy her through the wall. You will see it will come pat as I have told you. Yonder she comes now. My Thisbe's voice I see. Now to the wall and spy and see if I can hear my Thisbe's face. Thisbe?
My love thou art, my love, I think.
Think what thou wilt. I am thy lover's grace, as like lavender and trustier still.
And I like Helen till the fates me kill.
Not shaftless to Procris is so true.
The shaftless to Procris, I to you.
Oh, kiss me through the hole of this vile wall.
I kiss the rose hole, not your lips at all.
Wilt thou meet me at Minnie's tomb straight away?
Tide life, tide death, I come without delay.
Thus have I wall my part discharged so, and being done, thus wall away doth go.
Now it's the mural down between the two neighbors.
I'm afraid there's no remedy, my lord, when walls are so willful to hear warnings.
This is the silliest stuff I ever heard. The best of this kind are but shadows, and the worst are no worse, if imagination amend them.
It must be your imagination and not theirs then.
If we imagine no worse of them than they of themselves, they may pass for excellent men. Here come two noble beasts, a man and a lion.
You ladies, you, whose gentle hearts do fear the smallest monstrous mouse that creeps on floor, may now perchance both quake and tremble when lion rough and wildest rage doth roar. Then know that I, snug the joiner, am a lion fell, nor no lion's den. For if I come as lion in strife into this place, 'twere pity on my life.
a very gentle beast, and of great conscience.
The noblest beast I have ever seen. He is not a lion, but rather a fox for his valor.
His discretion, I am sure, cannot carry his valor. For the goose carries not the fox. It will leave to his discretion. Let us listen to the moon.
This lanthorn doth the moon the present.
You should wear the horns on your head.
This lanthorn doth the horn to the moon present. I am the man the moon seem to be.
He is no crescent, and his horns are invisible within the circumference.
Like I said, this lanthorn doth the horn. I am the man the moon that seem to be.
This is the greatest air of all, for the man should be put into the lantern, as the man is in the moon. But he dare not go there, for the candle is still lit.
I am weary of this moon. Would he would change?
It appears by his small light of discretion that he is in the way, but yet in courtesy, in all reason, we must stay the time.
Proceed, moon.
All that I have to say. This lantern is the moon. I am the man. I am the moon. The thorn bush, my thorn bush. His dog, my dog.
But should not all those things be in the lantern, as all those things in the moon? Oh, here comes Thisbe.
This is old Minnie's tomb. Where's my love?
Wake up, you're cute.
Oh! Roar.
Oh! Oh my God! Oh! Oh my God!
Well roared, lion.
Well run, Thisbe.
Well shown, moon. Truly the moon shines with a good grace.
And now here come Pyramus, and the lion disappears.
I thank thee, moon, for thy sunny beams. I thank thee, moon, for shining now so bright. For by thy glorious golden glittering gleams, I hope to take my truest Thisbe sight. But stay! Oh, spite! But mark! Poor night! What dreadful dole is here? Eyes, do you see? How can this be? Oh, dainty duck, oh dear! Thy mantle good. What? Stained with blood? Ye fury, approach ye furies fell. Fates, come, cut thread and thrum. Quill, rush, condole, and quell.
This passion and the death of a dear friend would make a man look sad.
Be true, my heart, but I pity the man.
Why, oh wherefore nature didst thou alliance break? That lion so vile hath deflowered my dear. That which is, no, which was the perfect dear. That lived, that loved, that liked, that looked with cheer. Tears confound, out sword, out sword and wound the pack of Pyramus, the left pack where the heart doth pop. Now die thus, thus, thus. Now I am dead. Now I have fled. My soul is in the sky. Tongue, loose the light. Moon, take thy flight. I'll die. 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 Die.
He is no die, but an ace for him, for he is less than a man now. He is nothing.
Well, but with a good surgeon, he may bring him back to health, and then he can become a donkey.
How chance the moonshine will be gone before Fizz becomes back to find her lover.
In starlight.
Yeah. Methinks she should not use such a long one on such a pyramid. I hope she will be brief.
Here she comes, and her passion will end the play. A mote will turn the balance, which Pyramus or Thisbe, Pyramus, God warns us, Thisbe, God help us. Well, she has spied him already with those sweet eyes of hers.
Asleep, my love? What? Dead, my dove? Oh, Pyramus, her eyes, her eyes! A tomb must cover thy sweet eyes. These lily lips, this cherry nose, these yellow cowslip cheeks are gone, are gone. Oh, let us make moan. Oh, oh. Oh, oh, sisters three, come to me with hands as pale as milk, and shear his thread of silk, with hands as pale as milk. Come, trusty sword, come, my breasted brew. And thus Thisbe ends. Adieu, oh, God. Adieu, oh, oh. Adieu! Oh, no, no! Oh, oh, no, no, no! Oh, oh.
And Lion and Moon Knight are left to bury the dead.
Aye, and Wall too.
No! I assure you, the wall's down as between their fathers. Would you like to see the epilogue?
No.
Or perhaps a Bergamasque dance between two of our company.
No. 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 No epilogue. I pray you, for your play needs no excuse. No excuse. For when the players are all dead, there are none to be blamed. If he that hath writ it had played the part of Pyrrhus and hanged himself in Thisbe's garter, it would have been a fine tragedy. But come, your Bergamask, and let your epilogue alone. Get off! Really don't need all this stuff. The iron tongue of midnight hath told 12. Lovers to bed, 'tis almost fairy time. I fear we shall outsleep the coming morn. As much we this night have overwatched. Oh, God. This palpable gross play hath well beguiled the heavy gate of night. Sweet friends, to bed. A fortnight hold we this solemnity, in nightlight revels in jollity.
I had a giant speech written out that I was going to end the play with, and then I thought, you know, there is no better way to end a night of Shakespeare than with a puck ending.
If we shadows have offended, think but this, and all is mended. You have but slumbered here, while these visions did appear. And this weak and idle theme, no more yielding, but a dream. Gentles, do not reprehend. If you pardon, we will mend. And as I am an honest puck, if we have